Okay. So, a very good afternoon to everyone. Hello, everyone. Okay. So, friends, I'll be responsible for your journey towards business economics. In our first class today, we are straight away attacking chapter number 1. But before we start with chapter 1, let me tell you how we will progress throughout our journey, right? Number 1, whenever I'll speak, first in English, I'll explain the entire content. Number 1. And step 2, फिर जो मैंने इंग्लिश में समझाया है, अगर किसी को नहीं समझ में आया तो मैं उस चीज को समराइज करने के लिए एक बार हिंदी में भी उस बात को कर दूंगा. ठीक है. सो आप लोग उसका वेट कीजिएगा and then we will move forward. Okay. Will we practice MCQs in the class, sir? Definitely, yes, sir. We will practice MCQs in the class so that our preparation is full-fledged. Okay. So if all of you are ready, then I think we must start. Shall we begin, everyone? Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. So, dear students, Introduction to Economics. The chapter number 1 is divided into 2 units basically. Introduction to Economics and Basic Problems of Economy and Functioning of Price Mechanism or Functions of Price Mechanism plus Basic Problems of Economy. So, sir, will we complete both these units today? Yes, we will complete both these units today itself. Okay? All right. Okay. So, with that, my dear friends, let's start. As you know, the first class of business economics must talk about what is business economics. पहली क्लास में ये तो समझ में आया कि business economics है क्या? Right, sir. Okay. So, our journey of today's class will somewhat be like, we will first of all talk about the meaning of the concept business economics. सबसे पहले अपने business economics का मतलब समझने वाले हैं. Got it? Beyond that, what, sir? Beyond that, we will talk about the 2 aspects of eco, which is micro versus macroeconomics. Followed by that, we will talk about basic problems of economy, different types of economy. We will practice some MCQs and then we will also, throughout the class, take your doubts. Okay? So this is what our journey is going to be. All right. Let's go. So my dear friends, the first question that should come to our minds is, what is economics? What is economics? What is economics? So one of the very good definitions of economics was pointed out by Lionel Robbins. What did Lionel Robbins say? Please listen carefully. There is a reason I am explaining you the definition of Lionel Robbins. Now, Lionel Robbins tells us that, see, you all answer me one thing. In the economy, our wants as consumers, as human beings, you all tell me, our wants are limited or unlimited? जो हमारी इच्छा है चीजों को पाने की, वो कम है या बहुत ज्यादा है, unlimited है? What say everyone? Your answers in the chat, please. Obviously, all of you answered correctly that our wants are unlimited. Exactly. Our wants are unlimited. Exactly on point. Now, my second question arises. All of you acknowledge that, yes, sir, you are correct, that wants of us human beings are unlimited. Very good. Wants of us human beings are unlimited. Very good. You are correct. My next question to you is, what about the resources? What about the resources? What about the resources, friends? In the economy, what about the resources, friends? Are the resources limited or unlimited? Resources जो है जिससे हमारी want satisfy होंगी, the resources that we have that will satisfy our wants, are they limited or unlimited? Obviously, you got it correct that resources, sir, are limited. Sir, resources are limited. You all are correct. So, my dear students, it becomes very important to allocate these resources because all your wants cannot be satisfied. All your wants cannot be satisfied. So let me give you an example. Okay. Let's say it was your birthday. It is your birthday. And suppose your parents give you, let's say 1,000 rupees. Let's say, for example, your parents give you 1,000 rupees. Now this 1,000 rupees is your limited resource. Agreed? Yes, sir. But now your wants are unlimited. For example, you may want to visit a movie. You may want to, have a pizza somewhere maybe. You may want to travel somewhere. But you all know that from this 1,000 rupees, everything cannot be done. So now you will decide that, okay, the pizza is too expensive. So let's, bypass the pizza. I'll see the movie, and in movie only I'll have popcorns. Try and understand, everyone. So you have basically used your resource, allocated your resource as per your best alternatives available. Your best decision that you could make, you have taken accordingly. This allocation of resources, this decision making regarding allocation of resources is called economics, as per Lionel Robbins. क्योंकि अपने सारे वॉन्ट्स को पूरा नहीं कर सकते, तो जो लिमिटेड रिसोर्स है उससे ये डिसाइड करना कि हम अपना कौन सा वॉन्ट पूरा करेंगे और कौन सा इग्नोर करेंगे या पोस्टपोन करेंगे, उस डिसीजन मेकिंग को इकोनॉमिक्स बोलते हैं. इकोनॉमिक्स इज अबाउट डिसाइडिंग विच वॉन्ट टू सेटिस्फाई एंड विच टू पोस्टपोन और लेट्स से इग्नोर फॉर द टाइम बिंग. Okay, sir. We got it, sir. We got it. Yes. Absolutely correct. So this, my dear friends, is the scarcity definition of economics. Sir, there are multiple definitions of economics. There is Adam Smith's wealth definition, Alfred Marshall's welfare definition, Samuelson's growth definition. But why did you choose to discuss scarcity definition only? You will understand this during our course of discussion right away. While I'll be discussing, you will get to know why I discussed this particular definition. Okay. So don't worry about that, but I hope it's clear, right? Now, everyone, economics has two branches, microeconomics and macroeconomics. And you know what? We are discussing business economics. What are we studying? Business economics, microeconomics. Business economics is nothing but microeconomics. So be relaxed. Business economics is nothing but microeconomics. Macro we don't have in our current syllabus. Macroeconomics, yes, some aspects, some concepts related to macro we do have, but macroeconomics otherwise we don't have in our syllabus. Okay, sir, we got it. So, how many branches does economics have? Two branches, sir, economics has. Micro, macro, micro, macro. Now, microeconomics is what your syllabus is, business economics. Okay. Sir, can you please explain us the meaning of the two concepts of micro and macro? Yes. See, I asked you two different questions. You all tell me the difference between two questions. मैं आपसे दो क्वेश्चंस पूछने वाला हूं, आप लोग मेरे को फर्क बताइए दोनों क्वेश्चंस के बीच में. ठीक है? ओके. Question number 1. What is the profit of Reliance Industries? What is the profit of Tata Group? Okay. What is the profit of Tata Group? What is the profit of, let's say, Mr. Raj, any individual, Mr. Raj? This is question number 1 I have. And question number 2. What is the national income of our country? What is the employment rate in our country? So guys, there are two different sets of questions. You all tell me what is the difference between two questions. पहले मैंने आपसे पूछा कि रिलायंस इंडस्ट्रीज का या टाटा ग्रुप का या मिस्टर राज का इनकम कितना है, वो कितना कमा लेते हैं. दूसरा क्वेश्चन मैंने पूछा आपसे, इंडिया का इनकम कितना है, बेसिकली नेशनल इनकम ऑफ अवर कंट्री क्या है, या मैंने पूछा एम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट हमारी कंट्री में क्या है. ये मेरे दो क्वेश्चंस रहे. You all tell me कि दोनों क्वेश्चंस के बीच में डिफरेंस क्या. What is the difference between two questions that I have asked? Yes. So very good answer. That, sir, when you were talking about microeconomics, you were asking us about individuals. It can be an individual company or an individual person, an individual unit. Okay. But when you spoke to us about macroeconomics, you were talking to about total, whole, entire, isn't it? Is this not the difference? Exactly. That is the difference between microeconomics and macroeconomics. That branch of economics which deals with individual economic units, which deals with individual economic units. It can be an individual person, it can be an individual company, individual firm, whatever it is. Then you are talking about microeconomics. But when you speak about the country, the nation as a whole, when you speak about the country, the nation as a whole, or a state as a whole, or a city as a whole, you're talking about macroeconomics. So, to give a simpler example, microeconomics is like talking about trees, and macroeconomics is like talking about the entire forest. Is the concept of micro and macro clear? If it is clear, then whatever we have done so far, I will revise and then we will move further. Please confirm. You or no in the chat, everyone. Come on, everybody. Okay, fantastic. Great, sir. Great. So yes, you all are correct. It's clear. Now let me summarize for you whatever we have done till here. I'll summarize in both the languages, English and Hindi, so pay attention, please. Number one, what we discussed was what is economics. So we understood from basically the Lionel Robbins definition, that is scarcity definition, is that economics is about deciding how to allocate resources, keeping in mind that wants are unlimited and resources are limited. So taking that decision of how you want to use your resource is what economics is all about. Then we discussed there are two concepts of economics, micro and macro. Microeconomics deals with individual economic units. Macroeconomics deals with entire economy as a whole, right? Microeconomics talks about individuals, macro talks about totality. And guess what? I told you, business and commercial knowledge that we are studying. Business economics, BCK plus business economics, right? We are now studying business economics, but the BCK part you have already done or you might be doing. But this business economics part that we are discussing, that is microeconomics. This business economics part is microeconomics. The business and commercial knowledge is again a part of microeconomics. But when you deal with the nation as a whole, when you deal with nation as a whole, you're talking about macroeconomics. We don't have this in our syllabus. Okay. Now to complete it in Hindi, I will revise it again. इकोनॉमिक्स का मतलब होता है ये डिसाइड करना कि हमारी इच्छाएं, हमारी वांट्स अनलिमिटेड है, पर रिसोर्सेज, वो जरिया जिससे हम अपनी वांट्स को पूरा कर सकेंगे, वो लिमिटेड है. तो हमें एक डिसीजन लेना पड़ेगा कि ये जो रिसोर्सेज मेरे पास अवेलेबल है, इससे मैं पहले अपनी कौन सी इच्छा को पूरा करूं और कौन सी इच्छाओं को बाद में देखा जाए. इस डिसीजन मेकिंग को इकोनॉमिक्स बोलते हैं. और इकोनॉमिक्स के दो ब्रांचेस है, माइक्रो और मैक्रो. माइक्रो एक तरीके से पेड़ के बारे में बात करना हो गया. मैक्रो पूरे जंगल के बारे में बात करना हो गया. माइक्रो इंडिविजुअल इंसान के से डील करता है, इंडिविजुअल कंपनी से डील करता है, जबकि मैक्रो पूरे कंट्री से, पूरे देश से डील करता है. यही अभी तक हम लोग पढ़े. आई होप क्रिस्टल क्लियर एवरी. राइट सर. गॉट इट सर. Okay. So yes, everyone. I hope it's crystal clear till here. Okay. And, so yes, Darshika, Aniket, Preet, Divyanshi, Kuvarshi, Tanuja, all right. Bhavya, all right. So yes, I can see your chat and yes, I have cleared your doubts. Okay. Now it's not possible to take every name, na? Okay. So great. Moving on. So when we talk about microeconomics, it deals with consumer, individual producer, pricing of goods. But when you talk about inflation, employment, national income, that is subject matter of macroeconomics. We have understood, sir. Right, sir. Right. So here is a brief difference. Though differences will not come directly in your exam, still here is a note on the same. So see, Microeconomics deals with determination of prices and outputs in individual firms or market. As I have told you, micro focuses on individual. Micro focuses on individual. What does macro focus on? Macro focus on aggregate or total. Macro focuses on aggregate or total. And yes, please listen carefully. If you listen to this class, your preparation will be over. Writing notes, etc., this will be uploaded. So don't you worry about, writing notes or copying it down. Don't worry about that. Just focus on listening. Okay. Now moving on. So here it is. In microeconomics, we talk about the terms like demand and supply. But mind you, if it is macroeconomics, we don't use the word demand and supply. We use the word aggregate demand and aggregate supply. So yes, there is a difference in use of words. In micro, we say demand supply, not aggregate demand. In macro, we say aggregate demand and aggregate supply. Now everyone, we are coming back to our topic of business economics. So the question is, sir, what are the features of business economics, or what is the feature of business economics? After all, this is what we are sitting for. Okay. Let's go. Number one, business economics is a science. Why do we tell so, sir? I'll tell you why. See, what is science? Science is nothing but a systematized body of knowledge which has been derived from certain principles, correct? Certain principles, certain laws, certain rules. Science has been derived from that. Similarly, everyone, business economics uses the concept of maths, econometrics, and statistics. For example, suppose a company is reviewing its performance. So when a company is reviewing its performance, will it not make a graph? If it is constantly rising, it will be like this. If it's constantly falling, it will be like this. Will the company make the graph or not? Yes, it would, which is a concept of statistics. And this is why, just like science, business economics is also a systematized body of knowledge. It also uses the concepts of maths and economics. It is also based on certain principles. Right, sir? You are correct. It also follows some scientific principles. Just like all the laws in science, Newton's law, Pascal's law, Archimedes' principle have come out of some observation and experimentation. The concepts of business economics have also come out of observation and experiment. And therefore, it is also based on scientific principles. Got it, sir? We have understood this much, sir? Very good. Now, based on microeconomics, friends, as I had pointed you all out, that business economics is nothing but microeconomics. You know why? Because here we are talking about individual business performance. What is macroeconomics? When you deal with entire nation or entire world, okay? Suppose a businessman, Mr. A, is importing something from, let's say, Mrs. B, another businesswoman in, let's say, US. Now, when Mr. A is importing something, both Mr. A and Mrs. B must have the knowledge of what? Both must have knowledge of exchange rate. For example, let's say $1 is 80 rupees, 78 rupees, 79 rupees. This is the concept of macroeconomics. So yes, though we say that business economics is nothing but microeconomics, but I told you, it doesn't mean that there is nothing called macro here. Obviously, it incorporates macro elements. Sir, give some more example. Okay, I'll give you one more example. Suppose you are setting up a business. Okay, let's say you are setting up a cafe in your area. Before setting up a cafe, will you not want to know the average income of people in those areas? The average of income of people around those areas? Obviously, sir. And hence it is a macro element because you are also taking into account the society while taking individual decision. You will only tell me now, if you are running a business without looking into the interest of society, can you run a business? Can you activate a business? You will tell me. Definitely not, sir. This is why I'm saying it incorporates macro elements. Then what, sir? Then friends, we discuss here the theory of markets. The theory of markets. What is the theory of markets? Theory of market is nothing but the theory of resource allocation. Meaning, here we will study different types of markets. Like there is something called a monopoly market, where only one person is the seller in the whole market. There is something called perfect competition, monopolistic competition. Don't worry about this. There is a chapter called markets in our syllabus. We will discuss that in detail. Next interesting feature is pragmatic. It is what? It is pragmatic. It is pragmatic. Pragmatic sometimes means, or rather it means practical. That, business economics is not straight away theoretical. There has to be some practical logic. I'll give you an example. You all see. Suppose price of a product was 100 rupees. The quantity demanded was 1000 units. Okay. Now suppose price of the product increased from 100 rupees to 200 rupees. Without applying much of your brain, you all tell me what will happen to demand. When price rises from 100 to 200, what will happen to demand? Obviously, all of you are telling it will fall. This is what I'm saying. There is some analysis. It is not a theoretical. It is not strictly theoretical. It is practical in the sense that some analysis is involved here. Okay. Next, it is interdisciplinary. What does interdisciplinary mean, sir? It means that business economics derives its principles from multiple fields. Multiple fields meaning that the business economics applied its knowledge from mathematics, it applies its knowledge from statistics, it applies its knowledge from consumer psychology. So basically, business economics has been formed after deriving knowledge from multiple subjects. That is what interdisciplinary means. That is what interdisciplinary means. Okay? Right, sir. It is normative in nature. Now see, there are two types of economics. Positive and normative. Positive and normative. There are two types of economics, everyone. Positive and normative. Business economics is normative. But sir, what is the meaning? See, positive economics is the one which tells us the problem, which describes what is happening, which describes the problem, but does not give any valid solution. On the other hand, a normative economics is the one which describes the problem as well as gives us a valid solution. Sir, can you give us an example? Okay, I'll give you an example. Suppose you go to a doctor, you were facing some pain in your knees. So the doctor is telling you that, okay, you have this knee problem. It happens because of sitting constantly. Suppose the doctor has adopted a positive approach where they have only described the problem. But the normative approach would be that the doctor will prescribe you medicine, give you solution, tell you about exercises. This is what it is all about. Same with business economics. Business economics is normative. Normative in the sense that it not only describes the problem, but also gives us a valid solution. Sir, did we understand this? Yes, sir, we did understand this. Sir, did we understand this? Yes, sir, we did understand this. Now, I will summarize this entire thing in Hindi once again so that everybody is able to revise it. Okay? Once more. हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं बिजनेस इकोनॉमिक्स के फीचर्स. पहला फीचर है कि बिजनेस इकोनॉमिक्स एक साइंस है. जैसे साइंस कुछ प्रिंसिपल्स पर, कुछ सिद्धांतों पर बेस्ड होता है, वैसे ही बिजनेस इकोनॉमिक्स भी, जो भी बातें बिजनेस इकोनॉमिक्स में लिखी गई हैं, वो भी ऑब्जर्वेशन, एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन के बाद फॉर्मुलेट हुई है, जैसे किसी भी साइंटिफिक लॉ का फॉर्मुलेशन होता है. ठीक है? बेस्ड ऑन माइक्रो. क्योंकि बिजनेस इकोनॉमिक्स को एक इंडिविजुअल बिजनेस के बारे में स्टडी करना है, इसीलिए ये माइक्रो को स्टडी करता है, या ये माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स का हिस्सा बनता है. नेक्स्ट, इनकॉर्पोरेट्स मैक्रो एलिमेंट्स. अब कोई भी इकोनॉमिक्स केवल माइक्रो तो हो नहीं सकता. जैसे अगर किसी को बिजनेस करना है तो उसको सोसाइटी को तो देखना होगा, उसको तो देखना होगा ना कि उसकी कंट्री में किस चीज का डिमांड है, उसको तो देखना होगा ना उसकी कंट्री में लोगों का इनकम किस तरीके का है, तब ना वो एक प्रोडक्ट ला पाएगा बाजार में. जी हाँ सर, बात तो सही है. इसीलिए मैंने कहा इट इनकॉर्पोरेट्स मैक्रो एलिमेंट्स. इट इनकॉर्पोरेट्स मैक्रो एलिमेंट्स, यानी कि केवल एक इंडिविजुअल बिजनेस वो स्टडी नहीं कर रहा है। एक इंडिविजुअल बिजनेस को सक्सेसफुल होना है तो उसको पूरा मार्केट स्टडी करना पड़ेगा, जिसको मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स के अंदर अपने पढ़ते हैं। ठीक है सर। थ्योरी ऑफ मार्केट्स, थ्योरी ऑफ मार्केट्स किस चीज से लेना देना है? थ्योरी ऑफ मार्केट्स का लेना देना है कि आप अपने रिसोर्सेस को, आप मतलब बिजनेस अपने रिसोर्सेस को किस तरह से इस्तेमाल करता है। आप मतलब बिजनेस अपने रिसोर्सेस को किस तरह इस्तेमाल करता है। तो यही मैं आपको बता रहा था कि बिजनेस इकोनॉमिक्स को रिसोर्स एलोकेशन से लेना देना है, यानी इस बात से लेना देना है कि किस तरीके का मार्केट है। क्या मोनोपोली मार्केट है जहां पे सिर्फ इकलौता सेलर ही माल बेच रहा है, या फिर कंपटीशन है? वट एवर इट इज, जो भी है, वी विल स्टडी दैट एज अ सेपरेट चैप्टर, एक अलग चैप्टर में अपने पढ़ेंगे मार्केट्स। नेक्स्ट पॉइंट है बिजनेस इकोनॉमिक्स प्रैग्मेटिक है। प्रैग्मेटिक का मतलब होता है प्रैक्टिकल है, केवल थ्योरेटिकल नहीं है, प्रैक्टिकल है, इसी वजह से तो सोल्यूशन दे पाता है। और फाइनली इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी। इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी मतलब बिजनेस इकोनॉमिक्स को फॉर्म करने के लिए या बिजनेस इकोनॉमिक्स की किताब को लिखने के लिए मैथ्स, इकोनॉमिक्स, साइकोलॉजी, अलग अलग जगहों का नॉलेज लगता है, अलग अलग सब्जेक्ट्स का नॉलेज लगता है। राइट एवरीवन? ओके सर। एंड नॉर्मेटिव का मतलब है बिजनेस इकोनॉमिक्स केवल प्रॉब्लम नहीं बताता, उसका सोल्यूशन भी देता है। केवल प्रॉब्लम नहीं बताता, उसका सोल्यूशन भी देता है। ओके, सो वन लास्ट टाइम I will summarize. This time I will be a little faster, everyone, because I have revised it already 2 times. Third time I'll be a little faster, so catch it. Okay. Number 1, business economics is based on science. Number 2, it's based on microeconomics. Number 3, it is based on it incorporates macro element. It is based on theory of markets. It's pragmatic, it's interdisciplinary and normative. Science means its principles are derived just like science from a systematized body of knowledge. Based on micro elements, basically it considers individual units. That's why incorporates macro elements, because each individual business has to take into account the society as a whole. Theory of markets, here we study perfect competition, monopoly, monopsony and other types of market. Pragmatic, it is practical. It doesn't only define the problem, it also describes the solution. Interdisciplinary, basically business economics has been derived from multiple subjects like maths, statistics, psychology, and normative. Again, the same point. It not only describes the problem, it doesn't only say what is, it also tells us what should be. So friends, I hope it's crystal clear now. Everyone, yes or no, please, in the chat. Come on, everyone. Is it crystal clear, everyone? You or no in the chat, please. Okay. Okay, great. So science tells about the fact that business economics is based on certain principles. Microeconomics tells us that it is based on individual units. Incorporates macro elements because you have to take the decision from the society. What society tells, business does. Theory of markets. Here we study markets like monopoly, perfect competition, etc. It is pragmatic, means it is practical, not only theoretical. Interdisciplinary, it has been derived from multiple subjects. And normative, it not only describes the problem, but also gives us the solution. Great. Great. Interdisciplinary means knowledge derived from multiple subjects. Okay. Now moving on, everyone. What kind of issues can we deal with, or what kind of issues can we fight with when we study business economics? So see, business economics can apply to both internal issues. Acha, by the way, internal issues are also called operational issues. That is used in day-to-day business operations. Okay, economics can be applied to internal issues as well as environmental, external or environmental issues. Remember, external also means environmental. Okay, so business economics can be applied both the senses. Okay, now how so? That is the question, sir. How so? Number 1, demand analysis. You can analyze the demand for your products. Your means an individual business's products. एक इंडिविजुअल बिजनेस अपने प्रोडक्ट का डिमांड को एनालाइज कर सकता है. अ बिजनेस कैन एनालाइज द डिमांड फॉर इट्स प्रोडक्ट, दैट व्हाट विल हैपन इफ आई इंक्रीज द प्राइस, व्हाट विल हैपन इफ आई रिड्यूस द प्राइस. ओके. नंबर 2, An individual business can calculate their individual production and cost, how much they should produce and what is the cost that, be chargeable. Okay, what should be the per unit cost and what they are incurring. They can analyze that. Inventory management. Yes, it is very interesting. There is a formula where it is called EOQ. You will study it later on. Economic order quantity, where a business firm can calculate, yes, how much stock they should keep in the godown. EOQ एक फॉर्मूला है जिससे बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ये पता लगा सके कि उसे गोडाउन में किसी भी समय कितने स्टॉक रखने हैं. You know why? Because if you maintain excess stock, that is also dangerous. If you put limited stock or if you maintain limited stock, that is also dangerous. Okay. Market structure. Business economics helps in analyzing what market we are in, whether we are in monopoly market, जहां सिर्फ मेरे ही प्रोडक्ट बिक रहे हैं, where only my products are selling, or I am in a market which is flooded with competition. Business economics helps me analyze that. Business economics helps me take decision about resource allocation of where I told you that economics deals with allocation. Since resources are limited, suppose for example, I bring raw material wood. Okay, wood is my raw material. Now from wood, I can make cricket bats. With wood, I can make furniture. So I have to make a choice that this limited resource wood, as a business firm, what I will use it for. Will I use it for more bats or less furniture? More furniture, less bats, or equal bats, equal furniture? What to do? This is called resource allocation. And finally, business organizations are able to analyze their profit margins. They're able to analyze their profit margins once they know the entire thing. Right, sir? It's correct. Next, external issues. See, every business organization has not to fight only internally. कोई भी जंग खाली अंदर बिजनेस के थोड़ी होती है, बिजनेस के बाहर भी होती है. So business economics can be helped to fight those battles also. Like number one, which economic system are we in? Today we will study there are three major types of economic system: capitalist economy, socialist economy, or mixed economy. Like in India, we are in mixed economy. Business cycle. There's a chapter named business cycle in your syllabus. At which stage am I in? See, each organization can have multiple stages where they might be operating. Suppose this is the introduction stage where you have come to the market. It is the maturity stage where your products, maximum you could sell, you have sold. So a business organization needs to analyze where it stands, where its products stand in the market. I'll give you an example. Suppose we are in those world where there was typewriters being used. Okay. So now a new typewriter has come into the market. Okay. So now typewriter business is at the top. But just imagine, once instead of typewriter, personal computer or laptops came, do you think typewriter started being sold? No. Their sales reduced like anything. See, this is the impact of macroeconomics. Other things impact you. The same typewriter which was in the peak stage, now is it in the trough or in the bottommost stage? Now typewriter production is only over. This is what I was trying to tell you, everyone. Okay. Now business economics is also affected by government policy. Suppose government increases taxes. It means businesses will have lesser amount because government will take the taxes. Similarly, if government gives more subsidies, then businesses will be benefited from the same. Logical, sir. Central bank policy. Central bank means RBI. Whether RBI has increased the rate of loan or decreased the rate of loan. Suppose the rate of interest on loan is increased, then for businesses it becomes expensive to take loans. For businesses it becomes expensive to take loans. So the amount of loan they will take will reduce. If the amount of loans will reduce, automatically in the economy, the amount of investment will reduce. Yes, sir, you are logical. Similarly, to the contrary, if the rate of interest on loans is reduced, automatically the business organizations can grant more amount. Yes or no? Yes, sir, you are correct. That is central bank policy. Next is what? social policy. Next is what, everyone? Social policy. Sir, what does social policy means? Now see, everyone, a business organization has also to deal with trade unions, laborers, labor rights. So this is social policy. Your social policy should be such that there is harmony or peace in the entire organization and in the industry. Sir, we got it? I'll explain this entire thing in Hindi once more so that everything is clear. देखिए, बिजनेस इकोनॉमिक्स कहां कहां काम आता है, कहां कहां यूज होता है. देखिए, इंटरनल मैटर्स में भी यूज होता है, मतलब जब बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का कोई इंटरनल मसला हो वहां भी इस्तेमाल होता है, और जब जब कोई एक्सटर्नल इशू हो तब वहां भी इस्तेमाल होता है बिजनेस इकोनॉमिक्स. ठीक है ना. अब आप लोग एक एग्जांपल समझिए, जैसे नंबर 1 डिमांड. ये इंटरनल मसला है, इंटरनल इशू है. कारण कि मैं ये जज कर सकता हूं कि अगर मैंने प्रोडक्ट को महंगा किया तो डिमांड पे क्या असर आएगा, बढ़ेगा कि घटेगा. सिमिलरली मैं अपने प्रोडक्शन और कॉस्ट्स को एनालाइज कर सकता हूं कि कितना यूनिट्स बनाना चाहिए और खर्चा क्या लगना चाहिए और अभी क्या खर्च हो रहा है. इन्वेंटोरी, मुझे अपने गोडाउन में कितना स्टॉक रखना चाहिए. मार्केट का स्ट्रक्चर क्या है, मतलब मैं मोनोपोली मार्केट में हूं कि किस तरीके के मार्केट में हूं, कि मैं कॉम्पिटिटिव मार्केट में हूं. रिसोर्स एलोकेशन, जो मेरे पास लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेज है, मान लीजिए वुड, लकड़ी, उससे मैं किस चीज के लिए इस्तेमाल करूं. मैं उससे क्रिकेट बैट्स बनाऊं या मैं उससे फर्नीचर बनाऊं, क्योंकि मैं अनलिमिटेड तो दोनों नहीं बना सकता, क्योंकि वुड लिमिटेड है, रिसोर्सेज आर लिमिटेड. सर बात तो सही है. प्रॉफिट एनालिसिस, क्या प्रॉफिट्स चल रहे हैं, अगर प्रॉफिट्स नहीं हो रहे हैं तो कब होंगे, ब्रेक इवन कब आएगा. ब्रेक इवन मतलब जहां ना प्रॉफिट हो रहा है, ना फायदा हो रहा है, ना नुकसान हो रहा है. फिर आता है एक्सटर्नल इश्यूज. इकोनॉमिक सिस्टम, यहां बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है बिजनेस इकोनॉमिक्स में देखना कि हम किस तरीके की इकोनॉमी में है. इकोनॉमी एवरीबडी कैपिटलिस्ट भी होती है, सोशलिस्ट भी होती है और मिक्स्ड भी होती है. कैपिटलिस्ट इकोनॉमी जहां पर एक इंडिविजुअल इंसान जो है वो बिजनेस ओनर रहता है और वो डिसीजन लेता है. खैर वो अपने अभी बात करने वाले हैं. हम लोग किस इकोनॉमी में है वो इंपॉर्टेंट है. बिजनेस साइकिल, बिजनेस साइकिल का अर्थ है कि हमारा बिजनेस का प्रोडक्ट किधर है अभी, क्या हमारा प्रोडक्ट का बिक्री या सेल बंद हो चुका है या अभी भी बढ़ रहा है या अब हाईएस्ट पहुंच गया. ये बहुत चीजों पर डिपेंड करता है कि बाजार में और कौन से प्रोडक्ट्स बिक रहे हैं, क्या टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं आ रही है या नहीं आ रही है. ठीक है सर. सरकार की क्या पॉलिसी है, ठीक है. सेंट्रल बैंक की क्या पॉलिसी है. सरकार की पॉलिसी यानी सरकार टैक्सेस बढ़ाती है या घटाती है, इससे पता लगेगा हमारे पास कितने पैसे बचेंगे और कितने हम इन्वेस्ट कर सकेंगे. सेंट्रल बैंक का पॉलिसी का अर्थ है आरबीआई की पॉलिसी. अब जैसे एग्जांपल है रेपो रेट या बैंक रेट, ये वो रेट है जिस पर आरबीआई कमर्शियल बैंक्स को लोन देती है. अब अगर मान लीजिए आरबीआई ने बैंक रेट या रेपो रेट बढ़ा दिया तो कमर्शियल बैंक्स को भी रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट बढ़ाना पड़ेगा. तो हमारे लिए यानी बिजनेसेस के लिए महंगा हो जाएगा लोन लेना. अगर लोन लेना हम लोग कम कर देंगे तो सोसाइटी में इन्वेस्टमेंट कम हो जाएगा. तो ये सब भी एनालाइज करना होता है. और सोशल पॉलिसी, सोशल पॉलिसी यानी कि ट्रेड यूनियन से, लेबर से, वर्कर से हम लोग कैसे डील करते हैं. सो टू समराइज इट, अब मैं थोड़ा फास्ट बोलूंगा. देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ स्कोप्स वेयर इन business economics can be used both in internal and in external. In internal, we talk about demand, production, cost, inventory management issues like this. And when we talk about external scope, in external scope, we talk about items like economic system, trade union rights, social policies, stage of business cycle, type of economic system, items like this. I hope it is crystal clear, everyone. Yes, sir. So internal issues relate to demand analysis, production and cost, inventory management, market structure, resource allocation, profit analysis, and external means economic system, business cycle, government policy, central bank policy, and social policy. Yes. One of our friends has asked, sir, what is the meaning of theory of capital and investment allocation? My dear student, this is what I told, that fee. If business organization has more savings, they will be able to invest more. This is called theory of capital formation. But if your savings are low, you will be able to invest less. That is again theory of capital formation. Capital formation means nothing but investment. Everybody answer me in the chat. What does capital formation mean? One of our friends had asked a doubt, so I've cleared it. What does capital formation mean? Everyone in the chat, please. Yes, you are correct. It is nothing but investment. So friends, now let's solve an MCQ question. Shall we? Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. Which one of the following is not covered in internal scope of business economics? In internal scope of business economics, which one of the following is not covered? Is not covered. Is not covered. Mind you, I have told is not covered. I am not telling is covered. I am telling is not covered. Number one, market structure. Number two is inventory management. Number three is production and cost. Number four, this is let's put the options A, B, C, and D is nature of economic system. Which one do you think is not covered in internal scope of business economics? Right, everyone. Absolutely correct answer. Fantastic. Correct. Though I had asked an easy question only. Since we have just begun the topic, it's fitting that we discuss easy questions only for the time being. Okay. So here it is, everyone. Here it is, everyone. You know what? Your unit one, the main area that you must know is over. Now we are moving to chapter 1, unit 2. I hope all of you are ready for the same. The answer will be economic system. It is external. You see, economic system is external. Okay. Okay, one of our friends asked why market structure. One of our friends asked why market structure is internal and economic system is external. See, market structure means you as a business organization are a part of which market? Competition, monopoly, etc. Accordingly, you will take your decision. That's why it is an individual concept and hence market structure is in internal issues. Okay, now moving on. Our next area is basic problems of economy and price mechanism plus price mechanism. Shall we start, everyone? Right, sir. All right, let's go, everyone. Now we discuss price mechanism. We discuss price mechanism and basic problems of economy. All right, let's go, everyone. Yes, and yes, fiscal policy is nothing but government policy only. Fiscal policy is a policy of government expenditure and revenue. One of our friends asked, so I have cleared that doubt as well. Okay, let's go. Basic problems of economy. So my dear friends, you all must remember that at the very beginning of this class, I had taught you Lionel Robbins' definition, yes or no, of economics. Yes, sir, you did explain us. What did Lionel Robbins tell us? Lionel Robbins told us that resources are limited, wants are unlimited. You all remember this? And we also discussed that resources have alternative uses. I gave you that example now. That same 1,000 rupees on your birthday, you can use it in multiple ways. So the limited resources have alternative uses. You all remember this, guys? Yes, sir, we did remember. And yes, my dear friends, these are the major causes of economic problems. These are the reasons behind why economic problems arise. What are the problems? We will discuss. But these are the major reasons why economic problems arise. Any problem in economy arises because resources are limited. Think for a matter of time. I am teaching and you are studying. Why are you studying, everyone? Just answer me this question. Why are you studying? I know you are pursuing CA. Why are you studying at all? Whatever degree, whatever course, why are you studying? You all told me that, sir, because we want a good job or we want to do a good business, whatever you want to do. It's for money, right? And why do we need money? Because we want resources. So if resources were unlimited, would we need to work? No. This is why economic problem arise, that resources are not unlimited, rather limited. Acha, chalo. Even if resources is limited, that too is okay. But then second problem is, fight with whatever we had. Do you think we needed to work hard? No. And finally, resources have alternative uses. Now see, if each resource could be put to only one use, if each resource could be put to one use only, then do you think we need to? So a question arises as to which use case you want to allocate your resources to. सर हिंदी में एक बार बताइए. इकोनॉमिक प्रॉब्लम्स जो भी है वो 3 वजहों से. पहला कि इकोनॉमी में रिसोर्सेज लिमिटेड है. अगर अनलिमिटेड होता तो किसी को काम ही नहीं करना पड़ता. दूसरा, वांट सबका अनलिमिटेड है. अगर सबका लिमिटेड वांट्स होता, जो है हमारे पास, हम उसी से खुश होते हैं, तो हमें काम ही नहीं करना पड़ता. और तीसरी बात, हमें यह सोचना पड़ता है कि हम हमारे लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेज को किधर इस्तेमाल करें. जैसे मान लीजिए अगर मैं ये क्लास ले रहा हूं 2 से 4, मुझे ये सोचना था कि मैं ये 2 से 4 को किस लिए यूज करूं. अब मैं आपको इको पढ़ा रहा हूं, हो सकता था मैं ये 2 से 4 सो जाता. तो हमें ये डिसीजन लेना पड़ेगा कि हमें क्या करना है उस लिमिटेड रिसोर्स का. उस लिमिटेड रिसोर्स का हमें क्या करना है, हमें ये डिसीजन लेना है. बट सोच के देखिए, अगर रिसोर्सेज का अलग अलग यूजेस होता ही नहीं, हर रिसोर्स से एक ही चीज हो सकता, तो क्या हमें इतना सोचना पड़ता कि हम करें क्या? नहीं. दिस इज व्हाट इट इज. सो व्हाई डज इकोनॉमिक प्रॉब्लम अराइज? एवरीबडी राइट इट डाउन इन योर कॉपी. व्हाई डज इकोनॉमिक प्रॉब्लम अराइज? व्हाई डज इकोनॉमिक प्रॉब्लम अराइज? 3 main reasons behind why economic problem arises. Number 1, resources are limited, wants are unlimited, and resources have alternative uses. Is this much clear? Only then I will discuss what are the basic problems of economy. Is this much clear, everyone? Why does the basic problem arise? Not what. Why does the problem arise? 3 reasons. Resources are limited, wants are unlimited, and resources have alternative uses. Right. Right, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, I will repeat it once again. No problem. I will repeat it once again. The question was, why does economic problem arise? Economy में problem arise क्यों होता है? Why does the problem in economy arise? There are 3 main reasons. Number 1, the resources in an economy are limited. The wants of individuals are unlimited. And number 3, the resources have alternative uses. Each resource can be put to multiple uses. Each resource can be put to multiple uses. This is what we have discussed. Okay, sir. Now, what are the economic problems? So everyone, now what we are studying, what are the economic problems? So before I start explaining, everybody write it down in the chat. What are we studying now? Because I want to ensure that there is no confusion. Now what we are discussing, the basic or the central problems of economy. What are we studying now? The basic or the central problems of economy. Everyone, are we ready? Okay, sir, we are ready. Okay, let's go. So, problem number one in an economy is what to produce and how much to produce. What to produce and how much to produce. Now, suppose for example, in an economy, we can produce both guns and butter. Just for example. So problem number one is, what do we produce? Should we produce guns or should we produce butter? And if we produce both, then how much will we produce? Will we manufacture more guns than butter or we manufacture more butter than guns? This is the number one problem in an economy. Taking decision as to what to produce and then deciding how much to produce of that unit. This is number one basic problem of economy. What to produce and how much to produce. Everyone, what is the number one problem of economy? What is the number one problem of economy? What to produce and how much to produce. What to produce and how much to produce. What to produce and how much to produce. Are we clear with this, everyone? What to produce and how much to produce. What to produce and how much to produce. Number one, everyone. Yes, sir. क्या बनाए और कितना बनाए. क्या बनाए और कितना बनाए. What to produce and how much to produce. क्या बनाए और कितना बनाए. Yes, sir, it's crystal clear. Number one. Problem number one. What to produce and how much to produce. Everybody, what is the next question? What is the next question? How to produce. कैसे बनाए. How to produce. No, my dear friends, you all know there are two techniques of production. There are two techniques of production. Number one is capital intensive technique of production. Number two is labor intensive technique of production. Sir, what is capital intensive? Sir, what is labor intensive? My dear students, capital intensive technique of production means, everyone, capital intensive technique of production. Everyone, capital intensive techniques of production means, everyone pay attention. Capital intensive technique of production means a technique where we use more of machines, less of labor. Where we use more of machines, less of labor. And technique two, labor intensive means where we use more of labor and less of machines. Now, everyone, as a business organization, you have to decide. As a business organization, you have to decide as to what decision are you taking or will you be taking. Will you be going for capital intensive technique or will you be going for labor intensive technique? Now don't start giving answer that capital intensive is good or labor intensive is good. No. Each has its own merits and demerits. I am just discussing, this is the second problem. The first problem was deciding what to manufacture. Second problem is how to manufacture. Should we apply on labor force or should we rely on labor force or, should we rely on the machine oriented technology? Right? That is second problem in an economy. And what is the third problem, sir? Third problem is for whom to produce. Now I know what I will be manufacturing. Now I know how I will be manufacturing. My third question arises, for whom I will be manufacturing. Third question is, for whom I will be manufacturing. Meaning what, sir? For whom I will be manufacturing. Meaning what, sir? Meaning, who will get the product? What to produce, I know. How to produce, I know. For whom to produce means, everyone, for whom to produce. For whom to produce means, who will get the product that I have manufactured? Who will be the beneficiary of the product that I have manufactured? Am I making it for the rich consumers? Am I making it for the poor consumers? Am I making it for the middle class? For whom I am manufacturing? Obviously, we are manufacturing for customers. But which grade of customers? Which group of customers? For whom to produce is the third question. And final problem is problem of economic growth. You all will often see that a business organization at one stage will stop growing. This has happened with Colgate toothpaste, or let's say Coca-Cola, because they have already sold the maximum what they could. Now the only chance of them to sell any more units would be if economy grows any further. If there is a possibility of selling something new. If there's a possibility of selling something new. Sir, what does it mean? Let me give you an example. Economic growth provision. Suppose all of you want to go for a movie and you go for PVR. Okay? You go for PVR. Now, my dear students, the problem is that PVR is already selling the maximum tickets it can at the present moment. The only way for PVR to sell more tickets is when economy grows. Because only when economy grows, more people will have income enough to go to watch movie in the multiplex. Yes or no? The fourth problem is how to promote economic growth. How to grow the economy. So everyone, there are four central or major problems of economy. Everyone, there are four major problems of economy. What to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce, economic growth provision. Again, I will do two things. Summarize it in Hindi and then a faster version in English once again. इकोनॉमी में क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम्स है? चार प्रॉब्लम्स है. नंबर वन, क्या बनाए, व्हाट टू प्रोड्यूस, क्या प्रोडक्ट हम मैन्युफैक्चर करें और कितना बनाए, जो भी बनाए कितना बनाए. नंबर टू, कैसे बनाए, क्या लेबर यूज करे ज्यादा या टेक्नोलॉजी यूज करे ज्यादा. तीसरा, प्रोडक्ट किसके लिए बनाए, रिच कंज्यूमर्स के लिए या मिडिल क्लास के लिए. और फाइनली इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ कैसे हो, क्योंकि जब इकोनॉमिक ग्रो होगा तभी मेरा बिजनेस अब और आगे ग्रो होगा. So guys, there are four major problems of economy. What to produce and how much to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce, and economic growth provision. Again, what to produce and how much to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce, and economic growth provision. These are the four major problems of economy. Now don't be confused. There are two separate questions. Why economic problem arises? There are three answers. Number one, because resources are limited. Wants are unlimited and resources are alternative uses. This is why the economic problem arises. But what are the economic problems? Economic problems are, number one, what to produce and how much to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce, and economic growth provision. I hope it is crystal clear, everyone. Can I start talking about types of economic systems? If you all are ready. Come on, everybody. Are we ready? All right. And if there is any question, right now is the time to ask doubt, because now we will be entering a little lengthier topic, types of economic system. Okay. All right. Great. So now, types of economic systems. Everyone. Now we talk about types of economic systems. So my dear students, there are three types of economic systems, or there are three types of economy. Okay. Everybody. Number one is capitalist economy. Number two is socialist economy. And number three is mixed economy. Economic system basically discusses about who owns the resources. Who owns the resources in that economy? Who owns the resources in that economy? Okay, sir? So let's discuss, everyone. Okay? And yes, we will solve MCQs. Okay, don't worry. Number one, there are three types of economic systems: capitalist economy, socialist economy, and mixed economy. Everyone, I repeat, capitalist economy, socialist economy, and you have mixed economy. Okay, sir? Yes, sir. What is capitalist economy, sir? Much like USA, United States of America, it is an economy where mainly all the resources, yes, there is government here. Government यहाँ पर है. Yes, there is government here. But the resources are mainly owned by private individuals and businesses. Private individuals run the businesses here. Government is looking after laws and regulations. Government is not doing businesses. That is the main crux of capitalist economy. In capitalist economy, an individual can own property in their own name. There is right of inheritance. So a grandfather can transfer their property to the father and then the father to their son. Basically, there is possibility of transfer of owned properties to the next generation. Capitalist economy. Because all the properties are owned by individuals, not the government. Government is looking after rules and regulations. Yes, sir. Then we have socialist economy. Sir, what is a socialist economy? Everyone, it is an economy wherein the resources are owned mainly by the government. Wherein the resources are owned mainly by the government. Much like, China, much like China. Where all the properties of the government, there is no individual property. So you don't have your own house. It is the government who has given you the house, and whenever the government wants, it can take away that house from you. Government is taking all the decisions here. Government is the hero here. Socialist economy. There is no freedom of occupation. In capitalist economy, there was freedom of occupation. Whatever business you wanted to do, you could do. In socialist economy, my dear friends, unfortunately, there is no such freedom of occupation. So you got to do what the government has asked you to do. But nowadays, most of the countries or almost all the countries in the world have shifted to mixed economy system. What is mixed economy? It has the features of both capitalist and socialist economy, wherein some resources are owned by the government, private individuals, and some resources are owned by the government. So both are doing business. Yes, example, our country, India. Answer me this. Reliance Industries, Tata Group are owned by whom? Private individuals or the government? You all tell me. Who owns Reliance Industries and the Tata Group? Private individuals or the government? Yes, your answer is correct. Yes, your answer is correct. All these are owned by private individuals. But who owns companies like, say, Steel Authority of India Limited, Coal India Limited? Who owns them? You all are correct. Majority government. This is what I am saying. Here both are doing businesses. This is what a mixed economy is. Both are taking decisions. Absolutely yes, sir. So my dear students, the gentleman you see here is Adam Smith. He is called the father of capitalist economy, father of economics in general, and he has, proposed this culture of capitalist nature, capitalist economy. You all know what capitalist economy is also called? Capitalist economy is also called laissez-faire economy. Capitalist economy is also called, everyone, laissez-faire economy. Laissez-faire economy. Everybody, capitalist economy is also called what? Laissez-faire economy. Everyone, capitalist economy is also called what? Laissez-faire economy. In the chat box, please, everyone. What is capitalist economy also called? Laissez-faire economy. Come on, everyone. Yes. So, what is a laissez-faire economy? What is the meaning of laissez-faire? First of all, remember, capitalist economy is called laissez-faire economy. But sir, what does it mean? Laissez-faire economy is a one which is free from government interference. There is no day-to-day government interference in the business decision making. So write down, laissez-faire means freedom from government interference. Freedom from government interference. All right, sir. So now, what are the features of capitalist economy, sir? Number one, you have a right to own private property. You can have your own private property. कैपिटलिस्ट इकोनॉमी में आप अपना खुद का घर, अपनी खुद की गाड़ी, ये सब मेंटेन कर सकते हो. नंबर टू, देयर इज फ्रीडम ऑफ चॉइस प्लस एंटरप्राइज. फ्रीडम ऑफ एंटरप्राइज मीन्स यू हैव द राइट टू डू वॉट एवर बिजनेस यू वांट टू, एंड फ्रीडम ऑफ चॉइस मीन्स एज अ कंज्यूमर यू कैन बाई वॉट एवर यू वांट टू. फ्रीडम ऑफ एंटरप्राइज का मतलब होता है कि कैपिटलिस्ट इकोनॉमी के अंदर आपको जो बिजनेस करना है जब तक वो लीगल है, अलाउड है. और फ्रीडम ऑफ चॉइस का अर्थ है कि आप लोगों को जो सामान खरीदना है आप खरीद सकते हो, कोई इशू नहीं है. व्हाट इज द थर्ड पॉइंट सर? थर्ड पॉइंट माय डियर फ्रेंड्स इज प्रॉफिट मोटिव. ऑब्वियसली कैपिटल इकोनॉमी इज कंट्रोल्ड बाय होम? प्राइवेट बिजनेसेस. एंड व्हाट इज द मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ एनी प्राइवेट बिजनेस? कम ऑन यार, ऑब्वियसली प्रॉफिट मोटिव. एंड यू नो व्हाट, हु इज द किंग? कंज्यूमर इज द किंग in a capitalist economy, you know, because private sector know कि if consumers don't buy, there is no profit. So consumer is the king. So मैंने बताया कि कैपिटलिस्ट इकोनॉमी में प्रॉफिट मोटिव होता है क्योंकि प्राइवेट बिजनेसेस ओन करते हैं कैपिटलिस्ट इकोनॉमी को, और यहां पे कंज्यूमर किंग होता है. क्यों? क्योंकि जब तक कंज्यूमर खुश नहीं होगा आप माल बेच नहीं सकेंगे. माल नहीं बेच पाएंगे, प्रॉफिट कैसे होगा? Hello everyone, you are now in the chat, please. Come on everybody. Features of capitalist economy, I hope is clear. So what are the features of capitalist economy? Sir, can you summarize it for us? Definitely I can summarize it for you everyone. Feature number one is laissez-faire economy, that is free from government interference. Profit motive, controlled by private individuals. Freedom of occupation, freedom of choice. All these are there. Profit motive. There is competition, obviously. And there is right to own private property. You can own private property in your own name. If this is clear, guys, can I move to the next question? All right, fantastic. All right. So fourth point was consumer sovereignty. Consumer is the king. Consumer sovereignty means consumer is the king. Consumer sovereignty means consumer is the king here. Okay, fantastic. Now, how economic problem is solved in a capitalist economy? A bigger question. How economic problem is solved in a capitalist economy? एक कैपिटलिस्ट इकोनॉमी इकोनॉमिक प्रॉब्लम्स को कैसे सॉल्व करता है? हाउ इकोनॉमिक प्रॉब्लम्स आर सॉल्व इन अ कैपिटलिस्ट इकोनॉमी? हाउ इकोनॉमिक प्रॉब्लम्स आर सॉल्व इन अ कैपिटलिस्ट इकोनॉमी? सो माय आंसर is as follows. Number one, first of all, what was the economic problem? Three major problems that we saw was what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce, right? What to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce, right? So everyone, you all tell me with common sense, in a capitalist economy, what should a producer produce? Obviously, since it is a capitalist economy, a producer will produce those items which consumers are willing to purchase and which will maximize profit. See, you have the answer now. So the question to all the economic problems will change according to the economy. I mean, the answer to all the economic problems will change according to the economic system. So in capital economy, you will see another answer, while for the same problem in socialist economy, there will be some other answer. सेम सवाल का जवाब कैपिटलिस्ट इकोनॉमी कुछ और देगा, सेम सवाल का जवाब सोशलिस्ट इकोनॉमी कुछ और देने वाला है. Okay, great. So the answer to problem one is what to produce. I mean, what to produce, the answer is where the profit is maximized and where the consumers are ready to purchase. How to produce? I mean, which technique to use? Use that technique which has the lowest cost per unit. Because only when I have lowest cost per unit, my profit will be maximum. Remember, it is capitalist economy. Don't forget, it is capitalist economy. And finally, everyone, we are answering the question for whom to produce. Since capitalist economy is profit-oriented economy, we are producing for those people who have the ability to pay. So if you have the ability to pay, we are producing for you. If you don't have the ability for you, ability to pay, we are not producing for you. This is capitalist economy. Everyone, is it crystal clear? Can we move to socialist economy? Everyone, are we ready? Come on. Right. All right. Now let's talk about socialist economy. So guys, the gentleman you see here is Karl Marx. You know, Karl Marx, along with, Karl Marx had that USSR origin, the Russian origin. Karl Marx, along with another person, Frederick Engels, had written a book, Communist Manifesto. Communist Manifesto. So Karl Marx and Frederick Engels believed that economy should be socialist. Believed that economy should be socialist. Means there should be no private businesses. Government should own all the businesses. Government should own all the businesses. Socialist economy. That is, there should be only government control. Private decision making should not be allowed. Yes, sir. So what was capitalist economy? Let's summarize. कैपिटलिस्ट इकोनॉमी वो इकोनॉमी था जहां पे प्राइवेट बिजनेसेस इकोनॉमी को चलाते हैं, इंडिविजुअल के पास फ्रीडम है, उसको जो करना है करे, गवर्नमेंट इंटरफेयर नहीं करता है. सोशलिस्ट इकोनॉमी को कौन चलाता है? गवर्नमेंट चलाता है. बट गाइस आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन फॉर यू ऑल. बट गाइस आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन फॉर यू ऑल. इन सोशलिस्ट इकोनॉमी, आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन फॉर यू ऑल. What is the question, sir? A learned person like Karl Marx and Frederick Engels, why do you think will they say that government interference should be there? There should be no private property. These people were very educated and very learned. Then why will they say something like this? Any clue? Any logic? Yes. You know why? Because you see, Karl Marx was born during the 1800s period. It is the time of revolution, industrial revolution. No, Karl Marx had seen workers working for 14 to 16 hours in a factory. The private businesses would make them work for 15 to 16 hours in the factory. Now, obviously, Karl Marx did not like this when he, as a child, was growing up and seeing this kind of life. So he criticized this capitalist culture. And he said it is the government that should take control of the entire economy. So in a socialist economy, everyone, number one is collective ownership. That is, resources are not by an individual. Resources are not owned by an individual. Rather, they are owned by the government. They are owned by the society. They are not owned by an individual. Okay, sir, we got it, sir. Number one. Number two, one interesting thing about capitalist economy I will be explaining you is, in capitalist economy, there is something called price mechanism. I have kept it for later on, we will discuss. In capitalist economy, there is price mechanism. What is price mechanism? I will discuss. In socialist economy, there is economic planning. That is, all decisions are taken by government. Sir, what is economic planning? In socialist economy, all decisions are taken by government. That is what economic planning means. Yes. Okay. Here, do you think consumers have choice? No. You know why? Because you see, for each type of business, government will assign only one producer. So if, let's say, producer 1 is manufacturing bags, producer 2 will manufacture shirts, let's say. So consumer will not have options to choose bags between 2 to 3 producers, because government will not try to waste resources. So consumers will have limited choice. Producers will have no choice. They will have to do what the government asks them to do. There is no competition. Obviously, why? Because government will not allow private businesses. Only government is owning and controlling all the business. Hence, this is a socialist economy. Right, sir? Right, sir. Sir, what are the advantages of socialist economy? You see, the advantage of socialist economy is there is social welfare. How, sir? Because see, private in a capitalist economy, private businesses क्या देखते हैं? Private businesses see profit. But in a government economy or in a socialist economy, government will see benefit of all, welfare of all. In capitalist economy, rich becomes richer, poor becomes poorer. In socialist economy, there is equality because everybody is equal in the eyes of government. In socialist economy, the main focus is on necessity. In capitalist economy, what you see? You see that majority of India is hungry, but still people are, entering into business of luxury cars. You know why? Because profit is the goal. But here, government will not operate with profit motive. Government will operate with social welfare motive. So what we will see? We will see that more necessities will be produced here. Here, there will be no division. In capitalist economy, there was haves and have-nots. That is employer and employee, malik or naukar. But in socialist economy, there is no malik naukar. Everybody is equal in the eyes of government. Yes, sir, it is correct. But sir, does socialist economy has problems? क्या socialist economy के साथ परेशानियां भी है? हाँ है. पहला कि गवर्नमेंट हर बिजनेस में इंटरफेयर करेगा. एक्सेसिव गवर्नमेंट इंटरफेरेंस, ब्यूरोक्रेटिक हर्डल्स, restricted freedom, no freedom to produce or freedom to purchase, no ownership of private property. There will be lack of initiative. You know why? Because the salary is fixed. You see, the salary is fixed. So if the salary is fixed, then why will somebody work hard? But in capitalist economy, the private individuals know that if they don't work hard, they will not get profits. If they don't get profit, there will be no money. Sir, we understood. Now the question is, sir, what is price mechanism? First of all, I want everybody to write down in the chat, price mechanism is a feature of capitalist economy. Everyone write this down in the chat, only then I will speak any language further. Price mechanism किसका feature है? Capitalist economy का. I will explain what price mechanism is. But whose feature is price mechanism? Capitalist economy. Price mechanism is a feature of capitalist economy. Price mechanism is a feature of capitalist economy. Price mechanism is a feature of capitalist economy. Everyone in the chat box, please. Everyone write down, then I'll speak further. Right, sir. So now, let's understand what price mechanism is. What price mechanism means? Everybody, what is price mechanism? Everyone pay attention. Price mechanism is a situation. Everyone. Price mechanism is a situation. Everybody. Price mechanism is a situation. Price mechanism is a situation wherein prices of a commodity is not decided by government. It is not decided by the producer. It is not decided by the consumer. Price mechanism is a situation in capitalist economy where prices are decided by the market forces of demand and supply. So who decide the prices? Market forces of demand and supply. In a capitalist economy, who decides the prices? Market forces of demand and supply. What does this mean, sir? I will explain that. But first of all, right, price mechanism means prices are decided by the market forces of demand and supply. Price mechanism means prices are decided by the market forces of demand and supply. First write it down, then I will speak any further. Now pay attention. What does this mean? Market forces of demand and supply. See, price mechanism means prices are decided by the market forces of demand and supply. But sir, What does it mean in reality? But sir, what does it mean in reality? So my dear friends, what it really means is, you see, suppose price of a product was 10 rupees. Then it increased to 20 rupees. Then it went to 30 rupees. Now pay attention everyone. Price was 10, then it went to 20, then it went to 30. When price increased, what happened with demand, sir? See, when price was 10, demand was 2000 units. When price increased further, demand will happen what? Reduce. जब प्रोडक्ट महंगा होगा तब डिमांड कम होगा ना, और प्राइस प्रोडक्ट जब और महंगा हो गया तब डिमांड और घट गया. यस और नो? लॉजिकल सर? यस सर, लॉजिकल बात. When prices are rising, demand is falling. When prices are rising, demand is falling. When prices are rising, demand is falling. But you all tell me, see, demand, when we study demand, we think from consumer's POV point of view. But when we talk about supply, we think from producer's point of view. Now you all tell me, if price rises, that is from 10 to 20 and 20 to 30, producers will want to supply more or supply less? Producers will want to supply more or supply less? If prices are rising, what would the producer want to do? Yes, producer would want to increase the supply. So see, when price was 10, producer were supplying only 500, because low price means low profit margin. Remember, it is capitalist economy. Now when price increased to 20 rupees, producers became happy. So they increased the supply. Again, when price increased, they increased the supply further. Now everyone, always in the market, coincidentally, there will be one point where demand will be equal to supply. You see here, at 20 rupees, demand is almost equal to supply. So this is the price at which goods will be sold in the market. That is at 20 rupees. This way of arriving at prices is called market mechanism. Sir, is there any practical example? Yes, share market. Share market, you see, every second prices are rising and falling. Why? Now you all understand. Yes, sir. And the demand and supply is interchanging at that point. I mean, the purchase and sale in share of shares is taking at that price, at the price at which the quantity demanded is equal to the quantity supplied. This is called price mechanism. The price at which QD equal to QS. And this takes place automatically. ऐसा नहीं होता कि कोई एक जन बैठ के ये पढ़ रहा होता है. ऑटोमेटिकली मार्केट में प्राइस मैकेनिज्म सेट हो जाता है. प्राइस मैकेनिज्म का मतलब, कैपिटलिस्ट इकोनॉमी में प्राइस मैकेनिज्म होता है, जिसका मतलब है कि प्राइसेस मार्केट फोर्सेस ऑफ डिमांड एंड सप्लाई डिसाइड करते हैं. यानी कि जिधर पर डिमांड और सप्लाई जिस प्राइस पर इक्वल हो, वही प्राइस बाजार में चलेगा. ठीक है. एंड जो सोशलिस्ट इकोनॉमी का पहला फीचर था, वो मैं फिर से रिवाइज करवा दूं आप लोगों को. सोशलिस्ट इकोनॉमी का सबसे पहला फीचर था कि आपका यहां पर सोशलिस्ट इकोनॉमी के अंदर कलेक्टिव ओनरशिप है. कलेक्टिव ओनरशिप का मतलब है सारे रिसोर्सेज का ओनर गवर्नमेंट है. हु इज ओनिंग ऑल द रिसोर्सेज इन अ सोशलिस्ट इकोनॉमी? Government is owning all the resources in a socialist economy. Now guys, I want to ask some MCQs. Are all of you ready? Is everybody ready for the same? Only then I will proceed to ask. All right. MCQ 2 of the day. Okay. Freedom of occupation is absent in A, B, socialist economy, C, both, D, none. Answer this one, everyone. Correct answer. Correct answer, everyone. As I can see, you have answered socialist economy. Correct answer is absent in socialist economy. Okay. Motive of socialist economy is A. Profit motive. B. Social welfare. C. Both. D. None. Come on, everyone. Tell me which one. यस, सोशलिस्ट इकोनॉमी का मोटिव होता है सोशल वेलफेयर, सोसाइटी का भला. सोशल वेलफेयर इज द मोटिव. यू गॉट इट करेक्ट एवरीवन. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन 4. प्राइस मैकेनिज्म is a feature of A. Socialist economy, B. Capitalist economy, C. Both, D. None. Very good. Price mechanism is a feature of, yes, capitalist economy. Capitalist economy. Very good. Vaidehi, correct answer. Chaitanya, correct answer. Aarti, correct answer. Kavya, correct answer. Gautam, correct answer. Rohit, correct answer. All right. Deepika, correct answer. So yes, it's clear. Next question. Next question. Karl Marx propagated which economy? A. Capitalist, B. Socialist, C. Mixed, D. None. What do you think, everyone? Great, everyone. Okay, सही है. Now moving on. So everyone, now we talk about mixed economy. The fact that it is clear till here. Now we talk about mixed economy. What is mixed economy, everyone? What is mixed economy, everyone? You know, it is an economy that has the features of both capitalist and socialist economy. It has the features of both. Means here government will also own resources. At the same time, private businesses will also own resources. Our country, India, is an example of mixed economy, na? Where government owns companies like Coal India, SAIL, BHEL, etc. While our Indian brands, Tata, Jio, etc., are also there, which are under private ownership. So, what is the feature here, sir? In mixed economy, you will see social welfare as an objective plus profit motive. So, sir, it is like capitalist and socialist combined, right? Yes. So, you will see economic planning. Economic planning means decisions are taken by government. Economic planning means decisions are taken by government. While price mechanism, while price mechanism means market forces of demand and supply decide the prices. It happens in capitalist economy. In some matter, there is no choice. Like, for example, if Steel Authority of India is doing the business of iron and steel, consumers have limited choice as to that. But when it comes to brands like mobile phones, consumers have a lot of choice. So in some products, there is limited choice. In some products, consumers have a lot of choice. So there it is, everyone. There it is, everyone. This is why, when we talk about laissez, we call it capitalist economy. Laissez-faire is capitalist economy, controlled. Mixed economy is controlled economy. Command. Socialist economy is command economy because यहाँ पे government commands. Because here, government has the entire control and entire command at its hand. Okay? So, sir, the interesting thing is all the important elements we have covered both from unit 1 and unit 2. So, sir, now what we are doing, now friends, I'm making you write some memory map so that you will remember whatever we discussed today's class. And this time I am showing you how to make this map, but you make it a habit of doing it after each class on your own. Okay? Right, sir. So number one, what did we discuss today, everyone? We discussed mainly two heads. Mainly. Sir, what were the two main heads? On the one hand, we discussed about the different economic problems. On the other hand, we discussed about the different economic systems. So if we talk about economic problems, though we had discussed 4, my main goal is to summarize for you 3 major points that came out of our discussion. Okay? 3 major economic problems were what? There are 4, I know this. What to produce and how much to produce. All of you, I am sure, are making these notes. What to produce and how much to produce. This is a mind map of today's discussion. What to produce and how much to produce. Second economic problem was how to produce. Third problem, everyone, was for whom to produce. All right? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, in economic system, there are 3 types of economies. Capitalist, which is free from government interference. Socialist, command economy completely under government control. Mixed economy, which has both the flavors present. Capitalist plus socialist. Capitalist plus socialist. Capitalist plus socialist. Fantastic, sir. What next, sir? What next, sir? Now, this was agenda 1 that we discussed. Have you noted it down, everyone? We are summarizing whatever we discussed in today's class. Have you noted it down, everyone? Yes. Make this chart, everyone. It will basically, help you revise today's discussion. That's it. That is the entire purpose, you see. All right. All right. Number two, everyone, then we discussed about some features of capitalist economy. Obviously, there are multiple. I'll highlight only the few important ones so that you are ready for your exams. Number one is it is laissez-faire, that is free from government interference. You see here price mechanism. Here you have freedom, both the producers and the consumers. Here there is right to own property. These are the four major features you see in my eyes. And lastly, it operates with profit motive. The main motive here is profit motive. Okay, one of our friends is asking to explain price mechanism in Hindi. Okay, प्राइस मैकेनिज्म का मतलब होता है कैपिटलिस्ट इकोनॉमी में कि जहां पे जो प्रोडक्ट है ना उसका दाम कंज्यूमर्स और प्रोड्यूसर्स मिलकर डिसाइड करते हैं। जो एक ऐसा प्राइस आएगा जहां पे जितना कंज्यूमर खरीदने को रेडी है प्रोड्यूसर भी उतना ही बेचने को रेडी है। जिस प्राइस में कोइंसिडेंटली ऐसा होगा कैपिटलिस्ट इकोनॉमी में प्रोडक्ट उसी प्राइस पर बाजार में बिकेगा। इस कॉन्सेप्ट को प्राइस मैकेनिज्म और इक्विलिब्रियम प्राइस निकालने का प्रोसेस बोलते हैं। ठीक है, जहां पे डिमांड और सप्लाई दोनों डिसाइड करेगा प्रोडक्ट का प्राइस, न कि केवल डिमांड या केवल सप्लाई। इसे प्राइस मैकेनिज्म कहते हैं। ऑल राइट, नेक्स्ट इज एवरीवन सोशलिस्ट इकोनॉमी। So, see, mixed economy, nothing to stress about. Mixed economy is just capitalist plus socialist every time. So, no need to, bother about that or think a lot about that. Okay? So, now we talk about socialist economy. Socialist economy. Now, what is socialist economy, friends? Here are some of its features, you see. Feature number one, government control, strong government control. Here the objective is social welfare, that is benefit of all. Here there is no freedom. Here there is no class-based division. There is nothing called boss and employee. Everyone is the employee of government. No class-based distinction. No private property here. No, or you could say, here there is a feature of economic planning. That is, government takes all the decisions. Economic planning. That is, all decisions are taken by the government itself. All decisions are taken by the government itself. All decisions are taken by the government itself. All right. Then, our next discussion arises. Fourth important thing that we discussed was what is business economics? And we studied that about business economics, we studied the following facts. Number one, it is derived from microeconomics. It is practical, that is pragmatic. It is interdisciplinary, that it has been made from multiple disciplines. It has aspects of macroeconomics as well. And it is normative in nature. Means it doesn't only describe the problem, but also prescribes the solution. Normative in answer, normative in approach. Right, everyone? Right, sir. Fifth point, scope of business economics. Here we studied internal and we studied external. In internal, we studied topics like demand analysis, analysis of production and cost, analysis of market structure, analysis of inventory management, how much inventory should be held. But when you talk here external, when we talk about external, you talk about concepts like economic system, capitalist, socialist, or mixed that we just discussed. Then what is the discussion on, sir? The discussion is further on, along with economic system, the distribution of income, the labor laws, the social policies, right? So there are similar other points where the focus is on everybody. Another MCQ, that is the sixth one for the day. I will ask you all. Class-based division is seen in capitalist economy, socialist economy, mixed economy, none of the above. Class-based division. Remember guys, if multiple answers are correct, then your answer will be the one which is even surer, which is more correct rather. Class-based division is seen. My question is not where there is no class-based division. I am asking where there is class-based division. Very good. Absolutely. So class-based division, everybody. Yes, Arti, Swagata, correct. Mr. Mohammad Ahmed, correct. Correct. So the answer is capitalist economy. Now I know what you will say. Sir, why? Arey Baba, I had asked class-based division. Class-based division is basically between the rich and the poor, between the haves and the have-nots, between the Malik and the Knocker, between the employer and the employee. But now you may ask me one more thing. कि sir, mixed economy is both capitalist and socialist. तब तो sir, both A and C are correct. What did I tell you? When both are correct, then why is mixed economy also called class-based division? Because of capitalist. So which is more correct? Capitalist economy. So your answer will be capitalist economy. I hope I make the matter very clear, sir. Yes, sir. So we got to remember that, friends, when we have two options, we got to correct the one which is even surer or which is rather more correct. Okay? Some more MCQs, friends, let's solve so that we are able to understand and have a command on our topic. Okay? My next question to you will be a simple one. What is the goal? Acha, this time now I will not give you any options. You all tell me. If you have listened to the lecture, you will answer correctly. What is the goal of capitalist economy, friends? I have discussed it and I have made the summary note on it. So come on, friends, answer me. What is the goal of capitalist economy? Very good. I can see the answers already flowing in, and good to see that people are answering correct. Profit motive. Very, very good. Profit motive, my dear friends, is the answer. You are correct about this. Then let me come to the second question. Just the follow-up question. If profit motive is the goal of capitalist economy, then you will tell me what is the goal of socialist economy then? What is the goal of socialist economy then? Come on. Answer me this. Goal. Friends, this is almost our 10th question of the day that we are practicing. So you got to be correct in your answer. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Socialist economy, the goal is very, very good. Societal welfare or social welfare. Let's stick to the word social welfare, okay? Let's not use the word societal. We got to stick to the terminology in economics. You see, everyone, I am telling you again and again, today the chapter that we were doing, we had completed, it did not have graph. But the main soul of economics, everyone, is graph. In our upcoming class, when we will be speaking on demand, you will see a lot of graphs being used. So graph plus correct term. If we make a mistake on this now, our chances of mark reduction will be high. So we got to avoid these mistakes, right, friends? So friends, this is it from my side. If you have any doubt, you may please ask me. And yes, this PDF will be uploaded in the respective C Institute's portal, and you all can download this PDF, respective PDF, from the portal itself. But then if there are any doubts, you can ask me, and if no doubts, then we can wind up the day. Okay.
Ashish,
yes, sir.
I just want to speak something about the class and how the students should go forward in the coming classes, how to prepare themselves. You have spoken about most of the concept that is related to economics in first and the second unit that you had spoken about. Now, the student should, one thing that that is required of them, that while revising the concept that you have taught, they should strictly go through the study material that we had provided, because mostly the questions that is been asked in the examination is of objective types. And
right, sir,
if you are not thorough with the module or thorough with the study material that we are providing, you will able to make mistakes. So while revising or while memorizing the thing, you should be very much clear about the concepts and what is been written there in the study material. There are also practice questions given in the study.
Right, sir. Okay, sir. So, just a moment, sir. Sir, I am re-highlighting that. So, students, as we have understood from sir, and what sir has told till now, everyone, is that yes, we are studying the concepts, but sir is highlighting on the fact that when we are revising, we must ensure that the material, the study material of the institute is comprehensive enough for us to revise and at the same time crack our examination in a proper way. But we must be sure about revising each concept. Sir is highlighting that when we revise each concept, we must not miss any word or we must not skip any line. Sir is highlighting on the same. Yes, sir, you may speak further.
Yeah. Because that is very important, because when we are attempting the objective questions in the examinations, that is at the foundation level.
Right, sir. So yes, sir is stating that since we are giving an objective examination, the conceptual clarity is very much important. Sir is highlighting the focus on conceptual clarity because sir is telling that we are preparing for an objective examination. Now, suppose if we have 4 options and if we do not have a word by word knowledge of each concept, then we are bound to make mistakes. So sir is highlighting that we must, while revising, go through each word carefully. Right, sir.
Ashish, basically, this is what I want to highlight, that focus on the study material, because mostly the paper that is been coming, the examination from the study material only. So tell the student to use and revise this study material apart from this
Right, sir. So everyone, our focus should be
Download the
on the study material. Where do we revise from? Where do we prepare from? Our institutes provided study material. It is comprehensive enough. And please make sure that we have a word by word knowledge of all the concepts, because we are preparing and sitting for an objective examination. So if even one of our concepts is not correct, then we will not be able to frame longer answers here, because there is no scope, as it is an objective MCQ type examination. Anything else to add, sir?
at the end of each chapter, there is summary that has been given. Revise that at the time of examination, because that is very handy at the time of examination. And be on download the about. Okay.
Right, sir. So everyone, you
Okay.
all must revise the summary that is given also in the end of our particular material, institute material, as it can help us revise in a quick manner the topic that we have studied. At the same time, we must focus on practicing the questions that has been given. And at the same time, we have also, you all were worried where to download this material. It is been in the app in which you are doing the class, Board of Studies app, Institutes app. They are only in the PDF section. You will be able to see all the notes uploaded by us teachers.
And
Okay.
there will be mock test papers also from our side before the examination, so they can also practice that. So just concentrate on what Ashish is teaching and revise it thoroughly, and go through the study material also at the same time. Thank you.
Right, sir. Okay. So, as sir has stated, that we need to practice the mock test papers that during examination, or rather before examination, will be set by the institute, so that you all can get an hands-on approach of what kind of questions are being asked. But then I will re-highlight, if you attend our classes carefully, and at the same time go through the study material, you all will be well poised to crack your examination in a beautiful manner. Thank you, everyone. That's it for the day. Yes. Okay, thank you.